Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. जरा पहले मैं getting sir तो पहले मैं comment ठीक है sir. Getting in is some kind of forcing used the getting in, right?
Okay, sir.
Generally हम काम करेंगे like चलो force देख के question तो getting in. मैं comment sir okay. Please give a brief introduction.
Sir, I am Narayani Panda. I belong to Rajgangpur of Sundargarh district. I have done my graduation in agriculture from Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology, and presently I just finished my post graduation in agronomy from University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore.
Okay. You remember your roll number for this exam?
Yes, sir. That's 504848.
504848. Okay. And what are the optionals for this exam?
Sir, I have opted for agriculture and forestry.
Agriculture and forestry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are basically from Sundargarh, right?
Yes, sir.
District is Sundargarh.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is why this name Sundargarh?
Sir, that literally means a beautiful fort, sir. Actually, it was Sundargarh is formed by combining two dynasties, sir. One is the Gangpur state and one is the Bonai state, sir. So Gangpur state was being ruled by the king Parmar, and that's why they called it Sundargarh, as the name says. It's a beautiful fort.
Okay. Tell me something about the geography of the district.
Sir, our Sundargarh, sir. So Sundargarh, in Sundargarh district, sir, various kind of it's famous for various tourist places, and mainly the Sundargarh climate. Sundargarh lies in the north-western plateau zone of Odisha, out of the 10 agroclimatic zones, and the forest found in Sundargarh district is Sundargarh is tropical, moist deciduous forests are found in Sundargarh, sir, and in Sundargarh. What else?
So hills, you have any hills?
Yes, sir. We have hills, and actually Raulkela, sir, small, not big hills, but small hills are there, sir. And the Brahmani river flows from Vedvyas, as well as one of the tributary of Mahanadi. We say it also flows in Sundargarh, sir.
Okay. So. It is also known for one particular sport.
Hockey, sir. It is called as the cradle ground of hockey, as well as nursery of hockey, sir.
Okay. So hockey names some important male and female players who have represented India from Sundargarh.
Sir, Padma Shri Dilip Tirki, he has been the captain of the Indian hockey team and has represented hockey and the World Cup as well as in the Olympics. Coming to present, sir, we have 3 girls candidates in the Indian hockey team who will be playing Tokyo Olympics, which they have recently qualified. That is Ilima Minch, Deep Grace Eka, and Namita Topo, sir. And Sunita Lakra, she is from my hometown, sir, Rajgangpur. She also played at national and international level, sir.
Okay, good. You are interested in hockey?
No, sir. As a sport, I just I like to watch, but I don't play, sir, hockey.
Okay, you like to watch it?
Yeah.
How many subdivisions are there in Sundargarh?
So 3 subdivisions are there: Bonai, Panpos, and Sundargarh.
Okay. Any 2 important personalities from your district and their contribution?
Sir, one of the most important is Dilip Tirki, as I said, is a Padma Shri. And one more is Jewel Ram, who has been our minister in tribal affairs.
Currently, what he is?
Sir, he is in the ministry, but he is not the minister of tribal affairs.
What ministry does he want? Are you sure?
No, sir. Now I don't know which ministry he was.
Okay.
Now he does not have a ministry, sir. He is He's an MP, but not holding
Not
a
a
ministry.
minister. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many ministers are there from Odisha in the current Modi government?
Sir, sir, I think presently we have two.
Who are they and what portfolios they
Sir,
have?
Dharmendra Pradhan, sir.
Hmm.
He holds petroleum ministry, and the state ministry is Pratap Sarangi, sir. He is a state minister, not
For
agriculture and allied services.
agriculture and allied services. Okay. So in the last 5 years you have stayed in Bhubaneswar and Bengaluru.
Yeah, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Achha, in Bengaluru, can you tell me what is the meaning of this name, Bengaluru? It was Bangalore earlier.
Bangalore.
Now they call it Bengaluru. So must be something in Kannada, right?
Yes.
Some meaning must be there.
Sir, I'm particularly not sure about it, sir.
Hmm. Right. So in which part of Bangalore you are staying?
Sir, I was staying in Hebal.
Hebal. Okay. Which part of the city is it?
Sir, Bangalore rural.
Bangalore rural. Okay. So you stayed there for how many years?
Sir, for my post graduation, 2 years.
2 years you
Yes,
stayed.
sir.
And so what are the places you visited in Bangalore in these
Sir,
2 years?
sir, entire Karnataka or only Bangalore?
No, entire Karnataka.
Sir, I've been to Mangalore, sir, Udupi, then Dandeli, and this all places.
Udupi is famous for what?
Sir, Udupi is famous for its a coastal district, sir, and Udupi is mainly famous for one Saint Mary's Island is there, sir. It's a tourist place, Udupi.
And generally some South Indian cuisine is associated
Yes, sir,
with
completely. Like one Macheli, it's a restaurant, sir. Actually, it's a franchisee, sir, which is very popular in Udupi. And they have also in Bangalore also they have various franchisee over Udupi, Italy, and all. It's quite popular there.
There is this chain called Sarvana Bhavan,
Savannah, I'm not aware, sir.
very famous chain of hotels in Bengaluru.
Savannah.
And the owner basically was, arrested before like 6 months or something like.
Sir, recently issue was regarding cafe coffee day. Sarvana?
You have not heard?
No, sir, not heard.
Okay. It is a huge chain of South Indian hotels,
Okay, sir.
restaurants. Okay. And then in Bhubaneswar you are doing your
Sir, I did my
graduation
graduation.
here. So during your stay, 3 years stay, did you ever visit some of the temples of Bhubaneswar, Khandagiri and all that you visited?
Yes, sir, visited.
Visited. So why is Khandagiri famous?
Sir, for its caves, sir. Like Khandagiri caves and Udayagiri caves. It's famous for that.
Particularly, 2 caves are very important. What are
Hathi
them?
Gumpha.
And
And Hathi Gumpha, I'm aware, sir.
Rani Gumpha is
Rani
also.
Gumpha, yes, sir.
Okay. So you did your 10th from Dalmia Vidya Mandiram?
Yes, sir.
Which place? Sundargarh?
So, Rajgampur.
Rajgampur. Okay, this is CBSE or ICC.
CBSE, sir.
So you scored like 9.6 in 10th, 91.6 in 12th.
Yes, sir.
9.6 is what? Almost 96?
So, no, it's equivalent to 91.2.
91.2, okay. So your entire career has been almost in the 90s. So why didn't you? So what are you doing now? Like when did you finish your PG? Which
Sir, I
month?
submitted my thesis in August.
August, September, October, and this is November. So 3 months.
So presently, I'm working for my publications, sir, writing papers for my publications, and I was not able to. I was preparing for OPSC's exams and all. So my exam fell in July, sir. So I was hopefully waiting for a Viva, sir.
Okay. For PhD, you are not interested?
No, sir.
Okay. So this GRF that you bought,
Yes,
from
sir.
ICAR.
Yes, sir.
So, like that involves some kind of financial assistance
Yes, sir.
during your post graduation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much was that
So 12,640 per month.
per month? And what about SRF?
So SRF is presently they have increased high to 32,000 a month.
That is for PhD.
Yes, sir. PhD.
But you are not interested in academia.
No, sir.
You have such a good career.
Sir, I think I have a good career because I was disciplined in study and quite focused, sir. But I want to have my career in administrative services.
Okay. You are preparing for UPSC also?
Yes, sir.
So have you given the exam?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay. Your optional subjects, agriculture and forestry, that
Yes,
we
sir.
will do in a separate class. This is basically I'll be concentrating only on your biodata. So public speaking, elocution and debate. So that is your hobby.
Yes.
So elocution, what is the difference between elocution and debate?
Sir, in elocution, one topic will be given in which we present our opinion without anybody objecting us for that opinion. It is just our personal expression, sir. In case of debate, we will be either in a for or against of a particular motion, and people may object to our ideas also.
They may object while you are speaking or after that?
No, sir. After that, there are two kind of debates, sir. In one kind of debate, like after I finish my debate, my opponents will be speaking and for or against. But in some kind of debate, like recently, what they are doing is, I am finishing my topic. If I am speaking in for or against, the jury will after that can interrogate me that whether I am clear about my motion or not.
Okay. So we'll give you a topic. Okay, I'll allow you 30 seconds to think. You need to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Continuously. So your topic would be, it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both.
It is better to be.
Feared. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. This was said by Niccolo Machiavelli.
It's better to free, sir. Free than better to be loved.
It is better to be feared. Okay, fear. That means people will fear you. Okay,
That's
some kind of a,
okay.
yeah. You have a lot of power and So it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Context is this has been written by Niccolo Machiavelli in his book Prince, where he is telling a prince how he should be, how he has to govern his kingdom. Okay, so he should be feared, okay, more feared than loved if he cannot be both. Okay, if he has to choose, then he has to choose fear over love. Once you're ready, you can start.
It's a well-known verse that love and fear cannot go in hand on hand. But Mother Nature has always shown us that love and fear has always gone on hand. When it comes to love, we can immensely love somebody, but it's not that love and fear we cannot be afraid of somebody when we are loving somebody. For example, our Mother Nature loves us like anything, and it's sure on us various things. It fulfills all our needs. But when it comes to devastation, it is equally calamitic, and we also suffer from various devastation of the nature. So in this case, the love and fear cannot go on hand in hand. When we are asked to choose for love or fear, it is a personal opinion to either go for choosing to love somebody or to fear somebody. On that context, I can say if we are able to love somebody, the world we can win. But with fear, the world will respect us, but the world will not be able to accept us.
Okay, fine. So, can you tell me when was ICR established and what is the motto of ICR? And under its umbrella, what are the various institutions, the premier institutions under ICR?
So ICR stands for Indian Council for Agricultural Research. It was established on 16th July 1929 and it's a premier institution in India to carry out extension, education and research in agriculture. ICR has three wings, sir. One is the research wing where we carry out various research and improving the quality of the seeds, then providing better genetic quality planting material to the farmers, etc. and increasing the yield through research. The second thing is education. ICR, through its various established state agricultural universities and deemed university like IARI and NDRI, imparts higher education in agriculture and provides various scholarships like JRF and SRF to encourage students to take a field like agriculture. The next wing is the extension. That is, the dispersion of the knowledge what we gain through education and research is disseminated to the farmers through the various extension practices like lab-to-land program, KVKs, etc. The main motto of ICR is to improve the agricultural productivity in our country and to make it sustainable as well.
Okay. What is the insignia of the ICR? Can you explain it in detail?
So yeah, it's actually a wheat panicle, sir, and a wheat panicle is being shown as ICR symbol, a symbol of green revolution, sir.
Okay, symbol of green revolution, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, what is the insignia of OUAT?
Sir, OUAT is it has an emblem, sir, like not a specific one thing is not there. Various things are like one rice panicle will be there, one plant will be there, one animal will be there, which includes all agriculture and allied services.
Mainly three things are there, no? It includes like horticulture and
Yes, horticulture, as well and for agriculture and forestry, sir.
Okay.
But it has other disciplines like home science as well as agribusiness management.
So, which is the best agriculture college in India for post-graduation?
So the most premier institute for post-graduation in agriculture is IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Delhi. It is being considered as a premium institute, but it's not that other universities are not good.
Why didn't you go there? Your career is so good that you could have been selected there. You didn't try or what?
Sir, I had given JRF. The university I am into is University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, sir. It also has a good rating, but I could not make it up to IRI, sir.
Okay. What is agronomy?
Sir, agronomy is a discipline of one of the discipline of agriculture which particularly deals with management and crop production, sir.
Management and crop production.
Management and crop production.
Okay. So, you have any special papers, any specialization?
Yeah, sir. I had worked in green grams, sir.
Green grams.
My subject of study was bioefficacy of post-emergent herbicides in green gram. So I worked for weed management, sir.
Okay. So, you have also done some field work?
Yeah, sir. So trial studies I have done, like which herbicides are best to control weeds in green gram.
What is the difference between pesticides and herbicides?
So a herbicide is kind of pesticide, sir. Like a weed is an unwanted plant which is growing out of place and out of time. A plant which is growing on a roadside cannot be treated as a weed, sir. Like in crop plant, if we are growing rice and if a wheat plant also grows there, it is a weed. It is unwanted, sir. So pest means anything that we kill should be hampering humans' activity. Like pest includes pathology, then entomology, insects, sir. It also includes weeds also. So herbicides are a kind of pesticides as well. The broad term is pesticides, sir.
You mentioned about weeds. So, what are the various kinds of weeds? And can you tell me some chemical and biological methods of controlling weeds?
Yeah, sir. Weeds, like, sir, which basis I should classify, sir? Like grassy weeds?
Generally,
Okay,
weeds,
sir.
if I ask you how many or what is the classification of weeds, what answer would you give?
Okay, sir. Basically, weeds are being classified into three types as grassy weeds, sages, and broadleaf, sir. Grassy weed includes Cynodon dactylum, and broadleaf weeds include plants like Lantana camara, then Commelina bengalensis, and sages include trees like Cyperus rotundus, sir. And various we have for controlling the weeds we have three basic practices, that is mechanical, cultural, and biological. And so cultural and mechanical are same almost, then biological and chemical, sir. In cultural practices, and so we go for various techniques like soil solarization, stale seedbed preparation, then maintaining optimum amount of fertilizer and proper irrigation to avoid the growth of the weed. And we can also go for good variety of weed that will be able, good variety of crop that will be able to compete properly with the crops, with the weeds. So there will be a proper weed control. In biological methods, sir, we go for biological entities like we go for any weevil or insect to maintain the weed population below the economic threshold level, sir. Here various organisms like Zygogramma bicolorata is used for controlling. Zygogramma bicolorata is used to control parthenium, sir. Similarly, in chemical control, sir, we go for various weedicides to kill the plants and to kill the unwanted plants in the field selectively. It can be broad spectrum or narrow spectrum, or it can be selective or non-selective. So non-selective herbicides like glyphosate, they will kill irrespectively all plants, a total killer. And some plants, like we can see that we are applying an herbicide but plants are not dying, weeds are dying. In that case it is called as selective herbicide.
Okay. So, your with the experience in agriculture, how will you bring that experience and that knowledge to use as an administrator? Since you said that you're not interested in academia, you only want to join in administration. How it is going to help you?
Okay, sir. Sir, it will help me in two regards. Sir, first is I am not leaving my discipline, like I am not disinterested in my career, sir. Actually, I wanted to make my career broad. If I would be in agriculture, maximum I could be an agriculture officer or an scientist, sir, for which my reach to the people will be narrow, sir. I cannot reach broader amount of people. If I become an agriculture officer, I will be restricted to my district or a block. Or at max, if I become director, if at a state level I become an agriculture officer, I cannot have that much access or public contact with the people. But if I go for administration, sir, I can use my knowledge of agriculture. Like day may come when I may be given a chance to frame the agriculture policy of our country, or may have a say in our agriculture policy of the state. In that regard, I may help, sir. And second point is my masters in agriculture. With that, I have developed a scientific temper, sir. In a scientific temper, we have, for any problem, we have an hypothesis, and then we prove it whether it is right or wrong in a scientific way. So in agriculture and masters in agriculture, I have developed this technique of this scientific temper, in which scientifically I can come to a conclusion whether I can go for this or not. So it will help me in decision making, sir. So I think definitely my knowledge about agriculture and my masters in agriculture will be an asset to administration.
Okay. So, your date of birth is 4th of September, right?
Yes.
What is important?
4th of September, sir.
4th of September. What historical, events happened, etc.?
No, sir, I don't know.
So, two dates you have to prepare. One is your date of birth.
Okay, sir.
Go first, tell what happened in Odisha. Second, tell what happened in India. And third, world. Okay. And second date that you have to prepare is the date of your interview, when you interview.
Okay, sir.
So, okay. Fine. Other things we are more or less done. Okay, this Dalmia Vidya Mandir, it is named after some person,
Yes.
eminent person. Can you tell me?
Sir, it is named after Dalmia Group, sir. Actually, in Rajgangpur, we have the first cement industry of independent Odisha, sir. When Dalmia Jain Group was the one to establish a cement industry in Rajgangpur, it was being named as OCL, Odisha Cement Limited. Earlier, the name was Kunar Cement, and now they have renamed it as Dalmia Cement. So, it is a school being run by them. So, that's why they have renamed named it as Dalmia Vidya Mandir, sir.
It's a CBSE school?
Yes, affiliated to CBSE.
So coming to your optionals, you tell me for optionals we have separate specific interview, but generally speaking, you have studied about C4 and CAM mechanisms. What is C4 and what is CAM?
Sir, in C4 plant, they have two things, that is mesophyll cells and bundle seed cell. So, sir, they are quite efficient in the process of photosynthesis compared to C3 plants, and due to the presence of bundle seed cell. And CAM plants, they are the plants like pineapple and cactus, sir. What happens is they can store the substances in the morning half, and they can do the photosynthesis at night, sir. That is the thing. The CAM mechanism, they will be doing the photosynthesis at night. So in terms of
what is the full form of CAM?
Casurian assimilation mechanism. Casurian assimilation mechanism. I'm not sure, sir.
So you know about joint forest management.
JF, yes.
Just tell me what is joint forest management.
Sir, in joint forest management, it is an effort done by the government in order to conserve and manage the forest with the help of the local people residing there. And under the joint forest management, sir, the village councils are being formed in which the village people, particularly the tribes or the village people residing to the forest, who are considered the stakeholders of the forest, and they are being given equal participation in conserving the forest, sir.
So, in forestry, you have studied about silviculture.
Yes.
What is the meaning of silviculture?
Sir, silviculture is a branch of forestry that deals mainly with management of forest tree species like rotation period and regeneration of trees and tending operations, etc. Sir.
Okay. So, which part of the tree is called the crown?
So the upper part, the expansion of the tree is called as the crown, the upper part, above the bole.
Okay. So, what is meant by commercial thinning?
So in case of commercial thinning, so we remove the plant part or harvest the particular plant parts like the thin stems for firewood purpose or narrow boles for timber purpose. So we remove that one and then sell it and get some profit out of it. So that is called as commercial thinning.
Okay. So you have heard about various systems for methods of artificial regeneration of forests.
Yes.
Tell me one or two systems.
Sir, basically two are there. One is high forest system and second thing is copies forest, sir. In copies, in high forest system, the seed will regenerate either through seeds, maybe naturally or artificially. So it is called as a natural forest. And mainly in artificial forest, we go for selection system or shelter root system, sir. Where the plant in shelter root system, the plant grows from the copies, sir.
Okay, fine. So in agriculture, there is what do you mean by integrated farming and how it can help the farmer to augment his income?
Okay, sir. In present context, when we are talking about doubling the farmer income, the IFS, the integrated farming system, is the best possible technique to double the farmer's income. Under an integrated farming system, we don't go for a single enterprise. We go for a various enterprise like tree species, agricultural croplands, as well as animal husbandry, etc. And we integrate one component with another. That is, the output of one product can be used as an input of another. So by this, we can augment the farmer's income, sir. in various ways. Like first will be the risk management. If one element fails or one enterprise fails, the farmer can get earning from the second enterprise. The second thing that is good about integrated farming system is a holistic approach, sir. Like in integrated farming system, we don't depend much on the external input. Rather, we try to take out the inputs from the farm itself. Like we have recently heard many things about growing of tree crops and poultry as well as fishery. So like the poultry in the poultry system, sir. In poultry system, their excreta is being used as a fish food. So we can go for poultry in poultry and fish culture together. So this is a good example for IFS, sir.
So, what is the most efficient form of irrigation for cereals?
Sir, for cereals.
Can we use micro irrigation?
No, sir. Micro irrigation will be very costly, sir. But nowadays we are going for subsurface drip irrigation, sir. Under subsurface drip irrigation, we can take up cereals, but it will be cost is to benefit ratio will be low, sir. Like the installment charges of micro irrigation are quite high, and spacing between the crops are quite low, sir. So we can best practice the micro irrigation techniques in case of horticulture or perennial tree crops, not for cultivation of cereal crops like rice and wheat.
Okay. What are the various types of micro irrigation systems that you know?
Sir, basically two types, broader category, surface and subsurface. Under surface irrigation, it is drip and sprinkler irrigation.
And subsurface?
So subsurface also drip irrigation is there, not sprinkler.
Okay. Right. So then these this method will be good for which crops? Horticulture.
So basically for horticulture, we can go for other field crops like maize, which have better spacing, sir. Like cotton, we can go, but cost is to benefit ratio will be not that much, sir. So like our installation charges and maintenance charges of this micro irrigation systems are quite high, and we have to put one emitter in between few crops, sir. So spacing is also a problem. If we lay the drip lines, sir, then various intercultural operation hindrance will be there. So we generally don't prefer, but nowadays we are going rice also in drip irrigation. It's not a problem.
Okay. So what are the service preferences that you have given?
Sir, my first service preference is Odisha Administrative Service. The second preference is Odisha Revenue Service. The third one is Odisha Finance Services. The next one is Odisha Employment Service. Then Odisha Cooperative Service, and then Odisha Police Service.
Odisha Police Service you have given at last, no?
Yeah, sir.
Why? Any specific reason?
Sir, not such any specific reason, but I am more interested in administrative service than police service.
So you could have given it third, you have given it even below Group B service.
Yeah, sir.
That means you don't want.
Yes.
Suppose you get a rank in which you are getting only OPS, then what are you going to
So
do?
definitely I'll join.
You'll join?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So suppose you are to choose between you are given the chance to choose your subordinate who will work under you, and there are two officers to choose from. One officer is extremely efficient, but he is corrupt. Okay. Another officer is just the opposite. He is extremely honest, but is completely inefficient. If you give me work, he will not do. He cannot finish it in time. It will take a lot of time. He is inefficient person. Okay. So whom will you choose and why?
Sir, I'll choose the inefficient person but a non-corrupt man. Sir, because sir, efficiency can be brought from work. Today, if I teach somebody and I push somebody or nudge somebody, they can work. But corruption is all about, sir, it is instilled. It is about our value system, sir. It is very difficult to take out corruption from somebody. So it will be easier on my part to make an inefficient man efficient than taking out corruption from somebody, sir. Because it is our pre-instilled and it is our value, sir. It doesn't grow in a single day. The family we grow in, the surrounding, everything influences it, sir. So definitely I'll go with a man who will be maybe a little bit less efficient but less corrupt.
Okay. According to you, which is the most important virtue for a civil servant?
So the most important virtue for a civil servant is Honesty, sir.
Honesty?
Yes, sir.
So suppose someone is very honest, but he is not efficient, he cannot deliver public service. What is the ultimate aim of administration? To deliver the public service, last mile delivery. So he will not be able to do it, but he is very honest. Let's take two situations. One, there is a very honest officer, and but he is not efficient. The work gets delayed. People are angry. Or political bosses are angry. On the other hand, there is someone who does his work in his own way. He may be a little bit corrupt, but he does the work on time. Okay, the work is properly finished. People get the service that they want. So, which kind of situation is better?
Sir, honesty includes a broader concept, sir. Honesty in terms of work, honesty in terms of discipline, and honesty in terms of values, sir. So I choose all of these. By honesty, I means that I will do my duty with utmost sincerity, sir. So I will definitely try to do my work on time.
Okay. Fine. So that will be the end of the interview.